So, what if it's actually true? What if that thing that you think is a scam or a con, or that person that you think is a con artist actually isn't? See, it's my belief that one thing that holds people back from, getting money and getting riches is the fact that people are skeptical about it. People think that everything is a scam. While these same individuals that think that, 9 times out of 10, won't be able to recall an instance when they were scammed. They feel like they're on the upper end. Yet, a lot of people who think that way, their finances aren't in order. I look at many different offers from stock traders. I look at many different offers from, people who are in real estate, individuals who can help build your business or scale your business or help you grow online with social media, all of these different things. And I think to myself, I say, can all of them be a scam? Are all of these gurus fake? And the only reason why they got money is because they scam people into getting their product? Well, some people like to look at the reviews, but see, it's my belief that the reviews are kind of pointless because the only people who are going to put a review is the people who had good reports, which you'll deny those people, right? Or the people who had bad reports who didn't execute properly, and being as though they never executed anything properly, they always want to talk about how something didn't work. In sales, we did a lot of training. It was really simple. A person didn't have to have a sales skill or know how to have the quote unquote gift to gab in order to sell anything. No, we had a simple system that was in place. And if you followed that system and if you worked it to the T, then you would make money. Magically is how it would work. Yet there would be people who would claim that it didn't work. I've worked personally with individuals that were saying they were struggling with this and they were struggling with that. And I would listen to them and I would coach these individuals on why they're not making money. Because I say, well, because you're saying things this way and you're doing things that way. And then I would hear them, go over it with them in the morning. They would say, okay, I think I got this. And then they would come back and they failed again. They didn't get the sale that they wanted to get. What was happening, what I didn't know at the time, but what I later realized was that people just weren't applying anything. You had one guy who was going on dating websites on his tablet when he was supposed to be going out signing up customers. You had another guy who was sitting there watching television in his car. It really disappointed me because I put a lot of time and energy in working with people who came to me and said they needed help. And it's like, it would have been better for you to just quit. If this is your attitude when it comes to learning a new process or learning from someone who has already made money and you want to make money following that method, following that step, well, then you're going to fail every single time. And you're going to be a part of the people who want to pretend that something is a scam. No, the scam is you. You scammed yourself. And I'm starting to believe that about so many different things. I'm starting to believe that individuals are falling for the scam. Now, it's funny. People look at scheme and they confuse it with the meaning of scam, but they're very different. They just sound very same. So the meaning of scheme is a large-scale systematic plan or arrangement for attaining a particular object or putting a particular idea into effect. Now, a scam, on the other hand, is a dishonest scheme, a fraud. But they equate, society wants to equate them as being the same thing by labeling things as get rich quick schemes. But the scheme is against the people who are poor, who want to get rich, but think that the system is against them. These same individuals that think that the system is against them can't recall or won't be able to even bring up any time where the system prevented them physically from doing anything about a situation. Growing up, I would watch individuals go from being poor to being rich. And I would watch individuals who would go from being poor to still being poor. And the only difference is the action that these people took. People would always give an excuse for why this person made it out the hood or why that person did good versus the other individual who did nothing and complained about their situation. Yes, it is action that keeps you into the position that you're in. Yet, the only people that are getting scammed are the people who believe that they're getting scammed because they're not even taking action. They're not believing the gurus. They're not believing the real estate people. They go, oh, well, I tried it, but did you really? There are a lot of things in my life that people who had money told me do things this way. And I did it to the T and it worked to the T. And in that same aspect, there were people who had money that told me do this way. And I said, I can't see that working. And I didn't even try it and it didn't work because I didn't even try it and I didn't execute it the way they instructed me to. This right here is unique because even in my own example, I can prove to you that if you do what the people who have money are telling you to do, then you will have money in yourself. It's crazy. You got to watch the rich people, see what they do, and do that. Watch the poor people, see what they do, and don't do it. It's a quote I get from Reverend Ike. And I feel like it's a great quote. I feel like it makes so much sense. Watch the poor people, see what they do, and don't do it. Yet, people make it comfortable being poor. Or rather, society wants you to feel comfortable with being poor. Like there's some sort of nobility in it, as if there's some sort of honor in it. And you've all been conned, you've all been fooled, you've all been BS'd. No, the truth of the matter is that the only con game is not believing the people who are telling you to get money. So when I see this person actually has money, I do exactly what they say, how they say do it. If it doesn't work in that aspect, but it's working for other people, then maybe that particular thing isn't for me. But for the most part, I would say if you do what they're doing, and if you're applying simple principles, then yeah. It also starts with mindset too, right? Because as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So there are a lot of individuals that think like it's all about your mind. It's all about what you think. And while that may be a part of it, that's only a small portion of it. Yes, you have to have your mindset set up in a specific fashion. Yes, I have to think positively. Positive affirmations. That's what my book is about, affirmations of positively, but they're biblical affirmations. But it's the truth, which makes it true. However, it's not just vain repetitions. It's not just, hopefully this will happen and then you sit around and do nothing. No, you focus your mind. You spend maybe 10, 15 minutes in the morning and 10, 15 minutes in the afternoon. You quietly meditate on positive things. Even if you repeat something positive in your mind, something to focus on, a goal, maybe an objective, and then you put it into action. It doesn't do anything without the action. So all of these gurus and all of these online people who are showing you how to get money by doing this, the David Shans, the Myron Goldens, the Rainer Tio, the, real estate guys, all of these different people, look at them, buy their program. If you think that you paying 30, 40, 50, even if it's $5,000 for their program, if you think of something like that as you're making them rich, then you'll never get it. The most foolish thing in the world is poor people thinking that they're making rich people rich. It's just illogical. Mathematically, it just doesn't work out. But society will have you believe that you're contributing to their riches when their riches are based off of their creativity. It comes through their creativity with coming up a program to show other people how to get rich. And that's one thing I loved about the sales program that I was in. The sales program, it was designed to teach people who knew nothing about sales, do A, B, C, and then you'll get D, E, F, and G. The only people who didn't succeed are the people who just didn't follow exactly to a T what it was. Sometimes certain things that you get coached on to be counterintuitive. Because instinctively, you'll say to yourself, I don't want to do this. This just doesn't feel right. It feels kind of awkward. I'm not sure about this. But it's in those cases where you have to purposely do the odd thing. Do the thing that is uncomfortable and get comfortable with uncomfortable situations. Every single individual that I've taught that follow everything that I explained to them to the T, all of these individuals made it on to good success. And I can only take them as far as I can take them, because there's always a level above you that you can learn from. And so the only thing that's going to stop you from true success, the only thing that's going to stop you from true growth is you. Your skepticism that it might be a scam or it might be a trick. Do not confuse being a scam with a scheme. If someone tells you that it's a get-rich-quick scheme, you might want to do it because you know the definition now of what that actually is. Or you just stay broke the rest of your life.